Hello, you are welcome. We had some technical issues we had to fix. So we had to start all over again. So sorry about that. Yes, let's start coming in. The live show has begun. Yes, this is Woman Palava. This is the platform created basically for women all over the world. We have a lot of women from every nook and crannies of the world. Yes, Susan, thank you for joining in. Yes, we had technical issues we had to solve. We're so sorry about that. Today we are going to be discussing a very important topic that a lot of homes doesn't take into consideration. And we are here to deal with that today. I want you to type in the chat room, I'm a woman of substance. I'm a woman of substance. Yes, you are a woman of substance and you should live your life to the fullest. You should live your life even irrespective of your age. You are expected to live a life that is meaningful even till old age. Enjoying your man to the fullest. If you are able to understand all this we are doing in this 5-day challenge. Yes, get your sex life back at 40. A lot happen immediately you clock 40, and that is what we are here to deal with. I have so many people chatting me already trying to ask questions because these are things a lot of women doesn't take into consideration. They don't care to ask questions about it. They feel it's just normal. Their body system changes and they don't do anything about it. I personally had that experience and I felt it's not normal. Because I can't be having dryness, having pains, having a lot of difficulties during my fun time with my husband, and I will take it as normal, irrespective that I'm 40. It's not normal. Something is going wrong, and that is what I did. I dig to the root of the problem. I found out the problem and I solved it. And that is what I'm bringing in here for this 5 days challenge. I want a lot of women to be liberated. As you are joining in, just type in the chat room where you are joining from. Susan, thank you so much for being on this live. I want to give you all a shout out. Just type in the chat room where you are joining from. So what are we treating today? Today is day 2. Type in the chat room, day 2 of the challenge. Woman Palava is for every issue that has to do with women. Things you cannot discuss with your friends, because look, personally, I don't share anything with my friends because I wouldn't want a friend to come tomorrow and tell me, if not for me, your hope will have been ruined. If not for I wouldn't want that to happen. I would love to solve my problems without bringing in my friends. And that is basically what this platform is meant for. You can get all the necessary questions answered on this platform. All you need to do is just to keep connected to us and keep sharing this platform. A lot of women need this. From the questions I've been having in my inbox for the past few days, I know that a lot of people need help. We need help, and we need to help a lot of them. So day 2 is the second day of the challenge. Get yourself back in the inner room challenge. So what do we have for you today? I have a very wonderful topic that a whole lot of women doesn't take into consideration. You don't care to understand your body. You don't really care to know what to do because you feel you are aging. No, we are not aging. The body is just changing and we can change it back to what we want it to be. And that is what we are discussing. From our head to our toe, all the body parts actually speaks and passes a message, especially to help our libido. So you have to understand it. Which part of your body needs to help you? Have you been able to sit down as a woman to try and understand which part of my body can help me? These are important information that every woman needs to use in helping themselves. I don't know, from your scalp, you can help yourself. Yes, right from your scalp. As a woman, you can help yourself even from your scalp. The next part of our body that can also help our libido, just try to look at it. How can you help yourself from your scalp? Is it by merely touching the lines of your head? Or by just fiddling with your head that can help you? Just try to understand. You can sit on your own and try to feel what I'm feeling. Is it by just fiddling with your head, the back part of your head or the back part of your neck, that will help you get yourself in the mood? Just try what I'm trying to talk about today. You need to get yourself before you can teach your husband to help you. Because so many of women don't really understand their body, talk less of asking their man to help them get better or help their libido. All this part of the body still works, and you need to just enhance it. You need to enhance it. Try to sit on your back and fiddle with your head on your own. Can it help you feel any sensation? Try it by yourself. The second part of your body that can also help is your palm. Try to fiddle with your palm. There are some women that have a very succulent palm. If you have such a palm, there's tendency for that palm of yours to be of great help to help your libido. So try to work on it yourself. Rub your hands by yourself for some few minutes. See what you feel after rubbing it. Feel it yourself. Mildred, you're welcome. Thank you for joining this live. If it doesn't make you or you don't feel anything even after doing that for some minutes, try another part of your body, and this is your boobs. It can be your nipples, and it can be the entire boobs. Try to feel it yourself. Work on it on your own. You do this on your own before you can teach your husband to help you do it. Why am I teaching this? So many couple rush into the room, especially in this side of the country, Africa. We just rush into things. We don't really try to understand ourselves and understand the part of the body that can help. And when you are aging, as you are getting to 40 and above, you need to really try to understand these body parts, because they even help to sensitize the hormones in the body. So if it's your boobs, try it on your own. If you feel some sensation while doing that, it means your boob is a very good part of your body that can help you. So you need to teach your husband, look, touch here first. Don't feel shy about that. You don't have to feel shy about that. Touch here first. Or, darling, help me to rub my head first. Or, darling, fiddle with my palms first. All these areas are sensitive parts of the body that ignites the hormones to go to work. But you need to understand it. Some women are their clitoris. You feel their clitoris for them, they come up. Don't say you are getting old. You are 40 and above, so what? You can't play the way you used to play when you were still younger? No, it doesn't disturb anything. You need to understand this and work with it. Don't feel shy about it. Tell your man, that part of my body you used to fiddle with, go back to it. Introduce it. Don't feel shy to introduce it. Whenever I want to have time with my husband, I tell him when I'm not, very high. I tell him, touch here first. Don't rush it. Type in the chat room, Engineer Chinenwe, you are welcome. Don't rush in. Tell your man, calm down. Don't rush me. Because you are the one that will be at the receiving end. If you are not enjoying it, you are the one on the receiving end. And when you are having the pains, the man will not understand, because they are already hyped. They are ready to have fun. And you need to be ready also. And as a woman that is above 40, you are having some issues already. So you need to help yourself and help your man. Because it won't be fair for you to start retrieving when the pain is consistent. So as you are treating yourself from the inside, because we'll be getting there before the end of the 5th day of the challenge, as you are treating yourself from the inside with things that can help boost your libido, you also need to work on yourself from the outside. So some women are their clitoris, and some is their leg. You touch the surface of their legs and they feel sensitized. So try to understand all these body parts. I have mentioned it. The scalp is one. The back here is another part. Your palm is another part. There are some that are very, very sensitive when you start fiddling with their palms. So fiddle with it yourself to try to understand yourself first before you tell your husband what to do or help you with. Then your boobs is another part. Try to feel it yourself. Do you feel sensitized? Do you feel high? Immediately you sense that this is working for you, then the journey have to start from there. Because you need to build your libido from that sensitive area of yours. And if it's your clitoris, let your man touch the place. And as a woman, you need to always keep very clean. Some women, immediately they are aging, they stop taking good care of themselves. They stop it. And this is not so good. Day 2 is more of practical. You need to really go practical for this day 2. Yes, try to understand the part of your body that can help you get better. And as this works for women, it also works for the men. Men also has all parts of the body that can also be of help to them. Because men also have issues. And on this platform, we have women basically. But anything we learn here, we go back home and teach it. Because it takes 2 to tango. Type in the chat room, it takes 2 to tango. Because it takes 2 to tango, you need to also learn what will also be of great help to your man. Look, we have discussed yesterday about all the various causes of low libido. And this is an aspect of health or aspect of the home that is actually affecting a lot of marriage. These are aspects a lot of people doesn't discuss. But we need to discuss it. It needs to be discussed. And that is why we are coming up live to share these views. It happens to men and it happens to women. For women, the hormones that works best for them is called estrogen. And for the men, the hormones that works best for men is called testosterone. But I have discussed yesterday the factors, the things that normally affect our hormones as we are aging. And one of it is our lifestyle and habits. Under lifestyle and habits is what we eat, what we drink, the type of lifestyle we live. Then we have shock, that is, you are fatigued, you are stressed, you are undergoing some activities at your place of work that is affecting you. Even there are some men that also works in an environment that is also affecting their health when it comes to building of their hormones or keeping their hormones in a balanced state. So all these are under the lifestyle and habits, and also under the fatigue. And we also have under medications. What are the things you are treating yourself with right now? If you have one ailment or the other that you are treating, it ought not to affect anything, but you just need to understand that this has an adverse effect on my hormones, and you need to work on the hormones separately. Irrespective of what you are treating yourself with or for, you don't have to stop it. All you need to do is to work on how to also balance your hormones as you are taking necessary medications. So for the men, how can you help your man also build his hormones from the outside? The men also have different parts of their body that helps them build. Some women understand this, some doesn't. And we are here to help the women that doesn't understand and help a whole lot of women out there. We don't need to pretend we know this. No, don't let us believe we know. Yes, that is the word. Don't let us believe we know. Let us believe some people doesn't know, and let us teach them. So for the men, we have areas among the mind's part that is also very, very sensitive and helps them also get high. If you as a woman is very, very active, your man is no more active, what is happening? How can you be of help to him? You need to treat him in and out. And we are talking about the physical aspect that can be used. So for men, their scalp also helps. And most time, men are always with barbed head. They have haircuts, and their scalp is very, very okay. Don't feel shy to take your hands to the head of your husband. Though in some parts of the world, some men always cherish their scalp. They don't like women touching their head. But at this moment, no man is restricted. No man is restricted from such an act because they are not always under their normal self. I believe you understand what I mean. So at this stage, go straight to touch his scalp. If his scalp helps, then another part too is their hair. Some men even like the inner part of their hairs to be touched, or you use your tongue to touch it. I believe we are having a very practical aspect of this training today. I want you to take time to note them down. I don't want us to feel irritated because these are actually part of the things that makes a whole lot of people not to discuss this issue. They feel is awkward. They feel is irritating. They feel is a discussion that ought not to be touched. And it has actually been affecting a lot of homes. So, for the men, they also have a very sensitive feelings when you touch the middle part of their back, their spine. You touch it. These are physical parts of the body that can help build your hormones. And immediately you sense it that this part of the body helps me, then you have to go there first. And don't feel shy to introduce it. For the men, the back part helps them. Some men, their palms also helps them. Try to understand which part of my body helps. Mangena, you are welcome. I want to know where all of us are joining in from so that I can give us a shout out. Today's training is more of practical. Tingo, you are welcome. Let's know where you are joining in from. It's more of practical, and I want you to type in the chat room, I'm a woman of substance. I'm a woman of substance. We want to help a lot of women because research has made us to understand that so many things are affecting a whole lot of marriages. But we are not patient to understand what are the issues. An ability to understand the problem automatically brings the solution. But if we don't take time to understand the problem, we might not be able to get to the roots and be able to solve the problem. And that is what Women Palava is all about. We are here to analyze and give full details about what is detrimental to the happiness and goodness of many homes. So let us have your views, and I want you to type in the chat room if you are able to get all the parts I discussed about. I think your chats are delaying, but not to worry, I'll get at them at the end of the training. I have discussed so much today. Ruth, you are welcome. Thank you for joining in. Tell me where you are joining in from as you are coming here. We need to know how many women are having some issues in the inner room. This is a circle that keeps every of your secrets only to you. And if you don't want to share it on the general platform, you can inbox me to tell me how you feel. Look, we are here to help ourselves. No man knows it all. We can learn from here and help a whole lot of people to also get better with their life. We are going through a 5-day challenge and we have started yesterday. Today is more of practical. What part of your body can help you build your libido? You can help your libido from the inside and you can help it from the outside. To be frank with you, the physical part even plays a major role. Yes, Incam, thank you so much for joining in. Incam C. Let me know where you're joining from so that I can give you a shout out. The physical part helps a whole lot, but we are not always patient to go through the process. Having fun has a process. You want to come on a live video? No, Nkam, no, I won't be able to call you in. Maybe we'll have some other programs where we'll be bringing you live on board. So you need to understand it's a process. Take it step by each. Don't rush into it. Even when your man is trying to rush you, communicate your message. Make him to understand that this won't help you if you rush it. Take it step by each. Is it your scalp that sends a message for you? Tell him to touch your scalp. Yes, tell him. Is it your hairs that helps you build or send message? Helps you send message, necessary message you needed. Feel it. Ruth, you are welcome. Tell him to feel your hair. Is it your neck, the back part of your neck, that helps you feel it? Feel that feelings, have that feelings. Don't feel shy. Tell him to go straight there first. We don't have to rush into things and come out of it not being happy at the long run. So if it's your boobs, tell him, take it, suck it as many times as you can. Let him bring you up, because you need to build that libido, and both of you have to understand this part of the body that can help you. Yes, and for the men, if you as a woman, you are still very perfect, but your man is having issues, Chinedu, you are welcome. Thank you for joining in. Let's know where you are joining in from. If the problem is your man, you can also help him. We are treating the physical part of the body that can help you build your libido. The scalp of every man also helps. Their ears also help. The back part of their body, yes, the spinal cord area also helps. You can just trace it down gently. Stroke it so many times for him. Remember, you are here to help yourselves. Stroke it down as many times as possible. And if it is the bottom part, the back part, or the lower part, stroke it as many times as possible. Then I'll be talking about a very, very important area. And you know, I've talked about for the women, your clitoris also helps for some women. For some men, their penis helps them, their private part. If you need to suck, you suck it. And there is something I used to educate women with. That part is very, very okay. Some women run away from it, but don't let us run away from what will help us. Do you know the advantage of doing that? Well, if you have a man that is not very, very clean, because these are reports I get, and I have to share it here. This life is very practical. Pardon me, is really, really very practical. If you are a woman that has a man that is not always very, very meticulous with his cleanliness, you need to help him. Because this is your own goal. You need to achieve a dual, happiness in the process. You want both of you to have full fun in the process. So you need to help him. Darling, have a good cleanup. It's as simple as that. Or even go into the bathroom to help him do the washing. You have a goal. Let us not be shy for what can be of help to us. Don't let us feel shy. Put something in the chat room for me. If you are having value from this live video, type it in the chat room. I'm having value. I'm having value. And let me see your emojis. Let me see your thumbs up. If you are having value from this, let me see your thumbs up. I want to see some thumbs. I want to see you. I don't want to feel alone in this training today. Let me see your thumbs up if you are having value here. Darling, you need to have a good cleanup today. He will understand. He will know my darling wants to go there. So tell him, if your husband is that type that doesn't have a good cleanliness, then if your husband is a good one that is very, very meticulous with his cleanup and does everything very well, then start from there. A good sock will give him and you yourself a very good lubrication. Yes, I'm going to be discussing about things that can also help. It gives a very good lubrication. When you do that, you might be thinking, how? When you suck, it gives lubrication even for you. Because before the penetration is done, you have already lubricated with your own saliva. These are physical parts of the body that can help the libido. These are things I did. I did them because I wanted to have my life back. I wanted to have my marriage. back. I don't want to feel hold. I don't want to feel there are certain things I cannot do any longer. Look, so many homes are going, because men are having the fun from the younger ones out there. And we as women, we are 40 and plus, 48, 50. You feel there are certain things I cannot do. Who told you that? Who told you that? That there are certain things you cannot do? Please, we don't have to believe there are certain things we can do. We just have to do them because we want to hold this phone. We want to uphold this marriage. We want this marriage to keep the fire burning. We don't want to lose our men to the hands of the young ones that are still vibrant and still have all the knowledge and awareness of what to do. We don't want to be blindfolded and feel, no, this is not meant for me. No. There is absolutely nothing that is not meant for us, irrespective of our age. So, let us go straight into action. We have discussed a whole lot about the causes and the symptoms. Part of the symptoms are dryness of the vagina. Part of the symptoms is terrible pain during penetration. Part of the symptoms is you always don't want to go near him. You always don't want him to go close to you. Because anytime you remember the pain, you feel very irritated. We have a whole lot that is happening out there, and we need to help ourselves. Don't let us pretend it's not happening. This is actually happening, and what can we do? So part of the causes we've discussed yesterday, I'm going to repeat them because we are having some people coming in. I'm so surprised. Somebody was in the chat, in the group, and the person was asking, how can I get the group? So it means some people are still not very used to how to, move around the page. And I have to let us understand how you can really move around your page to see all you need to see. So how can you understand the causes and the symptoms? We've discussed that yesterday, and I'll quickly drop on them. Part of the symptoms, I've discussed that, and part of the causes are medications. If you are on one contraceptive or the other, if you are treating high BP, if you are using medications for diabetes, if you are using any up-to-dose medications, the first place these things go straight to are on your hormones. But it is not, I am not saying don't take your medications. No, I am not a medical practitioner, but I can tell you what can help you naturally. That is my own area of specialty. Natural medications, alternative therapy. So that is what we are here for. And I'll be taking you step by each for the 5 days, and today is a physical. What are the physical parts of your body that can also help you boost your hormones? I have discussed that, and by the time you go back to this live video to listen to them, you'll be able to get a clearer picture of what you actually need. All parts of our body, even your belly parts, is a good area for you. Even your thigh, even your navel. There are some women that their navel works fine for them. Your navel. So, but you need to get this done first. You need to understand this first. Which part of my body helps me get high? This is a training. Some women don't know it. Yes, because of the way they were brought up, because of the man that handled them, because of the way they get into the marriage, and the life of, having the fun is quite different from what they're, trying to understand yourself and your body. They've not been made to understand all this part of the body that helps them. And that is why we are here to make you understand and know. So for some, is their toes. Their toes. Do you try to understand if your toes can help you get better with yourself, get better with your libido? All these things are very, very important. They are called the erogenous zone. Erogenous zone. What is your own erogenous zone? You need to understand this. Your erogenous zone is very important for you to be able to move ahead. We have so much to discuss in the 5-day challenge, and which started yesterday. Today is the second day, and today is basically understanding your body system to be able to help your libido. We'll be taking an aspect tomorrow, which is also very important. If possible, I'll be doing more of the practical, but if we couldn't meet up with doing the practical, the explanation will also help, because I'll be giving the full details. Yes, I'm trying to also check the training on my laptop. That's why I have to look down to ensure that everything is working out well. So we'll be having a full training also on what to eat, the type of food that is under the lifestyle and habits, what you can eat and what you shouldn't eat to help yourself. We only have one life, and we need to enjoy it. If you agree with me, type it in the chat room. Rose Angela, thank you for joining in. If you agree to my point that we only have a life and we need to enjoy it to the fullest, and age shouldn't be a barrier. Age shouldn't be a barrier. You know, in the olden days, in African setting, because I know we have a lot of people outside Africa on the platform, and I have to be very specific when I'm citing my example. In African setting, a lot of marriages are polygamous, because immediately the woman gets to a certain age, the man abandons her. He makes her to believe you have passed the age of having feelings. You have passed the age of having fun, and they go for a younger age in marriage. But in this era, we are in an era where the polygamy is phasing out gradually. And if we have to phase it out, we need to be ready to accommodate our man. Because if men don't get tired on time, though I also have a lot of men I attend to, but I'm not going to be dwelling more on men, but we can always bring up, issues about them, because I've said it earlier, it takes two to tango. A lot of men are also they are very, very low testosterone. Their hormones are not in a balanced state. They are having a lot of issues, so many men, and because of their lifestyle and habits. That is the major thing that are affecting men, because a lot of men take a lot of alcohol, and that is one of the things that affects them. But I'm not here to talk about men. What I'm here to talk about is us. How can we really keep up? Assuming your man is perfect, your man is good, his age is not a barrier, he's taking good care of himself. How can you meet up and mash up with him? That is what we are here to discuss. And I'm so glad we've been able to know our erogenous zones. Understand your erogenous zones. What are your erogenous zones? Which area gives you that libido? Boost your libido, help you have feelings. Understand your erogenous zone. Yes. So Marriott, thank you for joining in. I couldn't see your shots. I don't want to believe we are not having shots here today. Somebody should say hello to me. Type in the chat room, I am a woman of substance. Yes, you are a woman of substance. You are a woman of value. You are destined to impact your generation. And you need to perform maximally. You need to perform maximally. You don't have to have any shortfall in any angle of your marriage. And that is why sex life at 40 is very important aspect of marriage. Is a very important aspect to treat, because so many marriages are having issues because they have failed to discuss this area of their life. I want to believe we are having issues in communication. I just want to believe that is what is happening, because I would love to see where you are joining me from so that I can give you a shout out. I don't know if we have anyone with questions today. Les, we have to always make it very short, so that you can always go back to the life and think about it and put some of these things to work. I want to believe you by now you have noted down the areas you are having problems with in terms of understanding the symptoms you are having, and in terms of the causes, identifying which of them actually is affecting you. If you've been able to do that, let us take today's own. and note it down also, that your erogenous zone can be of great help, even as you are still working towards taking good care of yourself from the inside. You can also help your body from the outside, because your erogenous zones works. It works. It works. But so many people have not been able to make use of it because, one, they are mostly rushed into it, into having sex. Most of the time, it's just let us do rush. No. You have to take your time. Let your partner understand that, look, my erogenous zone have to work for me. I'm not in the mood right now, but let my erogenous zone do the work. So you need to make him understand that and let him use that angle to help you. So, yes, Andre, you're welcome. Let me know where you are joining me from. We have been, I'm going to list out all these parts of the body I stated, because I'll be having a free ebook I'll be giving out by the time we are done with this training. And I'm giving that out to anybody because I'm trying to do, anyone that comes up here, I'll always know if you are always in the training and how often you are and how early you are also. I would love to give you this wonderful ebook just for you to have a look back at what we have done during these 5 days of the challenge. Yes, Mowadi, you are welcome. Thank you for joining in. Let me know where you are joining me from. Just type in the chat room. I'm joining you from Botswana, from Zimbabwe, from Kenya. I am from Nigeria. Olayinka is my name, and I have been impacting a lot of women to get better with their health using alternative therapy. And I'm so excited to be here with you, giving you this impactful training and helping a lot of women. It's not only by let us discuss about the health alone. Our personal issues can also be discussed. You can chat me up to give me. I have a woman, I'm not going to be mentioning names here. I don't know if she's on this live. She chatted me up about some issues between herself and the son, and what she felt about the conclusions of the son. And I told her, look, if your son didn't mention this to you, don't bring it up. You heard from a friend, let it be with the friend. Don't bring it up. Let your son himself tell you the reasons why he doesn't want you or he doesn't like your boyfriend. You know, we have a lot of homes that have gone. Okay, so welcome from Songo, welcome Angie from Zambia. It's a pleasure having you here. A whole lot of homes have been separated because of lack of understanding. And we are here to mend a lot of homes. We are here to mend a lot of marriage. We are here to, try to pull you back to what could be the issue. If you try to understand the root problem, you'll be able to help it. A lot of us rush out of the house every morning, out running out for money, and we are stressed. And by the time you get back home, you'll be looking so tired. And maybe that's the time your husband wants you. You tell him, darling, I'm tired. But do you know you can always work it out? Because even sex is a relaxation therapy. It can relax you. It can enable you to have a very good sleep. From Botswana. It's a pleasure having you, Dolly. It can help you have a very good sleep. So don't see it as a big deal. A lot of women see it as a big deal because of the pains, because of the dryness, because of the feelings, and that is why they run from it all the time. Faith, you are welcome from Aswatini. It's a pleasure having you here. We have a lot of people from all over the place. Nwanda from Zambia. I really give it to you, Nwanda. Thank you so much for joining in. We need to help a lot of women. Help me to share this life. Help me to share it. We don't know whom we are helping. Look, so many things happen, and we don't know how to treat it. We don't know how to handle it because we've not been speaking out. We've not been reaching out. We've not been explaining our problems to people. This woman reached out to me and I told her, don't fight with your son over your boyfriend. Yes, don't fight with him. He's an adult. Your son is 27 years old. He must be protecting you. A lot of young guys protect their mother from their boyfriend. by saying, I don't like him. They are saying something you are not saying. But you are already getting angry. That why won't he like my boyfriend? Why won't he want to see my boyfriend? You need to understand that this is an adult. 27-year-old son is already an adult. Try to see from his own point of view. He's trying to protect you from something which you are not yet seeing because you are in love. But if you patiently understand whom your boyfriend is and understand from the point of view of your son, be on a neutral angle, keep the relationship and keep your son. Over time, you will see what your son is saying that you are not saying. But this is another talk for another day. I just cited that example because somebody asked a question about it. And I told her, don't quarrel with your son. Leave everything. Pretend you didn't hear anything. Just pretend not to hear. Let him tell you yourself. If he has told your friend, means she respects you and wouldn't want to hurt you. So let him come up himself to share his views with him. If he did share this view with you, oh my God, a Nigerian based in Zambia, I'm so glad to have you on board, Wanda. So happy. I'm sure you are living a very wonderful life over there. I'm glad to connect with you. And that is the power of the internet. It connects sisters all over the world. I'm so excited to have you all here on this live today. We'll be very glad to have your views. We'll be very glad to have your comments. We'll be very glad to have your questions. We are here just to help ourselves. We are sisters that need to be helped. So, thank you so much for joining this live. I don't know if we have anyone with questions. I wouldn't want to close any live without having questions. I wouldn't want to. Wanda, thank you too. Thank you too. I wouldn't want to close any of my life without having people throw in their questions. You can drop it in the chat room. And if you don't want to disclose certain things in the chat room, you can inbox me directly. I will look at it, I will treat it. I have a sister, I'm handling a case right away. You know, we have a whole lot that is happening to a whole lot of women, but they don't talk out. But this platform is going to liberate a lot of women. Type in the chat room, I'm going to be liberated. Type it in the chat room, I am liberated. I am liberated. I am free. Yes, Rhoda, thank you for joining in. Let me wait a while for your questions. Yes, I am liberated. Type it in the chat room. I am liberated. I am free. I have my freedom. I am happy. I am lifted. Yes, I am a woman of great impact. I am impacting my generation. You can only impact your generation if you have the necessary fulfillment right from the home, because the journey starts from the home. It starts from the home, and we need to have it to the fullest from the home to be able to handle and impact a lot of lives outside. If I've not gotten experience of this, I wouldn't have been able to come up here to share it. And we all have a whole lot we have gone through in life that can also be of help to somebody out there. How are you playing your role? Faith, thank you so much. Arogundade, yes, I am liberated and free. We are. So, I think we have to cut it short here today. Have you learned something? Type in the chat room, yes, I have learned. I've been impacted. Type in the chat room. Today is day 2. Your erogenous zone. Study them. Know them. Try to analyze them. And tell your partner about your erogenous zone. Let them also feel and help you feel yourself in the inner room. You can do better if you understand who you are and how you are. Your body speaks to you. Try to listen to it and use it to work to help yourself. Yes. Oh, thank you, Faith. I'm happy you've learned a lot. Thank you so much. So we'll be going straight to tomorrow's training. Is going to be awesome. You need to be here on time. It's a 5-day challenge, and we are going to track it out. You know, all these issues will be treated, will be dealt with, and we are coming out a better person after the 5th day. I'm going to be asking you questions if you actually studied your body, and I want you to tell me, if you don't want to disclose this openly, tell me in your inbox which part of your body is your erogenous zone. Which part of your body is your erogenous zone. Let me know. Thank you, and see you tomorrow by the special grace of God. Take good care and bye.